Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Today, I wanted to take a minute and show you this thing and review it that I got at the Walmart the other day. And it's a Clear Dash HD X1000 car DVR HD dash camera. You can't read it too well. It says with 8 GB micro memory card. You can see some of the features there. Again, it says a micro memory card. What it gave me was this off-brand 8 GB SD card, Elite Pro. High speed, it says. I don't know if that makes any difference, though, as we'll see here shortly. But what you have here, and again, I've already taken it apart and I've used it, and you can see the video up here in the corner is going to be the video from the dash cam. Now, a single still of it looks kind of okay. Again, we're talking about something that is, HD right there. HD. It does record at 1920 by 1080, but as we'll see shortly, it really doesn't. If you're really curious about this and you want to buy it, because again, it's only 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks, I guess it's fine. There's the tag. You probably can't even read that. 52356-81910. If you want to look that up on Walmart's, whatever. That's a UPC. You can look it up. And it has everything inside of it that it claims to have. Again, we've already looked at that. So what it is there is a suction mount, which is really nice. It has a locking nut that doesn't work very well, but it works well enough. The nice thing is, the thing it screws into here, it's a solid piece. So as you're turning the camera, that's just a little locking screw on top. Which is fine because it's a standard thread mount. So you can put a GoPro in there or whatever. The suction mount by itself is probably worth a quarter of the entire price of the thing. So just for the suction mount, the 20 bucks isn't terrible. The SD card, I didn't have much trouble working, but it does appear to actually be an 8 gig and not a fake 8 gig. It didn't really agree with me. So, oh, sorry about that. I don't know how accurate the high speed is, as we'll see here in a minute. I don't think it even matters. But it even says, warning, some jurisdictions prohibit the use of these devices. Well, that's nice. I don't care. It's not illegal to take video. And it's safe when you have it suction mounted to the window. Same as you would a GPS. It says it has a 2.5-inch video screen, which is correct. You can see pretty well what's on it. It's got a few different recording options, and as we'll see in a moment, you don't get a lot of quality. So let's make this bigger here. Anyway, there we are. Just so you can see the glorious, glorious high-quality video of me traveling down the road here. You can see, for example, if we step this back a few frames, you cannot read anything. Go ahead, I defy you to read something on here. That's the back of a sign, so you're not going to read it. That sign doesn't have any printing either. Let's skip ahead a few seconds here. And again, as you can see, there is some real fracturing of the lines here. The pixels don't look like real, voxels. It looks almost as though they're blown up, like the transcoding doesn't agree. You can see the artifacting along the nice solid lines and everything. Again, that sign right there, oops, you should be able to read just fine. But Nobody really cares, I guess. Dag nabbit, VLC, why you gotta be like this? You don't gotta be like this. Let's reposition that again, because I'm a fucking tool. But again, you can tell the quality of this thing is just impeccable. Let's try that again. So as we're looking here, you can tell there's a blob coming at me. And it's actually a guy who only has one light for some reason. You can see there, you're not going to make out a license plate ever with this thing. But at least you can tell that they're on the correct side of the road, which is good enough. Again, if you have an accident or something, for $20, it will suffice. We'll just shrink that a little bit more. There we go. That's fine. So as you can see, you're not going to make out any real detail with this thing, but you will at least know that you're between the lines and the other person is. Again, that sign there has giant letters. You can't really read any of it. Let's just blow that up so you see I'm not screwing with you. You really cannot read any part of that. Just saying. So, for example, let's go right ahead here and pick up where we left off. I mean, you can tell the house is red over here in the side, but doesn't really tell you anything about it. Let's see, you can tell, oh good, you can actually make out some detail on a sign that has big characters. As you can see, this intersection is just popping. Alright, you can read the stop sign, but you probably can't make out that number. Until we get a fair deal closer, then you can almost make it out. Let's skip ahead here just a little bit. There's a subway, but you know, you're not going to know that if you're reviewing the footage later. There's a Taco Hell, which is kind of nice. You can read the open flag. All right, let's take a look at that. Holy crap! Yeah, you can kind of read it. The other thing you'll notice, this is not me doing anything. The camera records in about 2-second bursts, it seems like. Also, you're not going to be able to ever read a license plate with this thing. But yeah. And you can see every couple seconds, not even a full second maybe, it just decides it's going to sit there and buffer as it loads the video into memory. So you kind of have to watch this video every 2 seconds. Just to kind of stop and keep going, you know, because that's not annoying at all. So anyway, like I say, if you need it specifically just as a silent witness, it's probably fine. If you need it for actual detail for any sort of thing, well, it's probably not going to work well for you. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not for anything fancy. It was $20, and the mount, it came with a charging lead, or a USB cable here, that has, unfortunately, the old style of connector, and not one that anyone actually uses anymore. But the cable itself is decent. The charging portion of it that goes into your car is actually about 6 foot, 7 foot long. And it connects directly into the USB on the camera, and it connects directly into the cigarette lighter port on your car, the DC 12 volt. So from that regard, it's fine. Again, you're not going to charge your phone with it unless it has a very old style connection. One that I haven't seen on a phone in about 5 years. Back when they were still making their own proprietary connectors. But anyway, you get the idea. There's very little detail to be had here. And I just thought I'd share that. So thanks for tuning in. And as always, this has been Reverend JR, signing off.